Okay, so the thing I should be doing right now is use my rubies, go to package, go to whatever it is, beginner, buy myself a 5-star hero ticket and get Rehartna. However, I'm too much of a gambler. Let's go. Yeah, I knew it. Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Twa here. This will be a video speedrun once again. So one thing that is necessary with a speedrun, we just hit the start button and then we get it popping. So once again, we are going to run hella fast and see how far we can get. And this time for the run, we will be picking 2 heroes. One of them is Shockman because for one, he is probably one of the most broken tanks as of now. 2 is going to be Roi. I've been debating whether I should go Chase instead, but put it down into the comments if you want me to do another speedrun, but this time with Chase. But for now, we're gonna pick some starter characters that you get straight off the bat. I think we will end up getting Gao, normal Frey, and then we start looking a little bit further. Now, unfortunately, because I still have to do my internship, I don't have a whole lot of time to do it further than chapter 9. Otherwise, I would actually try it. But we are going to see how far we can progress during this time. So, grab your chairs, grab something to eat, and let's see how far we can get. So after clearing 1-3, you can get yourself a ticket, which will get you 2 characters. Now, since I'm going physical main, there's only one that I could use right now, and that is Celine. However, picking Lorraine ain't half bad because she can be used in Eclipse and she will get you through a lot of the content as well. However, for just 800 rubies, you can get her as well. Or if you want to use your 2-star ticket, you might be able to use that as well. But once you're done with that, you go to the main area because there's a guy that we gotta pick up, Mr. Shockman. We're gonna skip all this story, we've seen it already, and this dude is Frey. So after clearing the last piece, Wicked Shockman. I'm probably one of the best cutscenes ever. So once you're done with that, you can get yourself at least 1 unique weapon and 1 unique treasure. And I'm gonna do something that is probably a little bit controversial. Obviously, the unique weapon is one thing that you can get. But then when it comes to the UT, you can pick 1 or 2 things. The Fragment of Darkness will increase the damage once you do the Gate of Grudges. Now, it increases by the X amount of stacks, which means 6 stacks times 3 will be 18% extra physical damage. However, if you think about survivability, which you will need in a speedrun as well, the Broken Seal might be something that is worth your consideration. Reason for it being, it will be an all defense boost that will be permanent. Now this is equal to whatever Neuroxys does, but then permanent without using any other skills. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this instead of the S2. Reason why? Because S2 can be on a cooldown. Will it help me against bosses instead? Yes. Would it be good? No. And the substats that I'm looking for is either HP, attack speed, or recovery. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything of that. Once that is done, we move to the memory archive, which is a place where we get all sorts of freebies. We go to the monthly Orville and we gotta find and hope that we don't crash as much as we do right here. So what we're looking for are all these memory fragments, once again, to get yourself all of the UTs possible. If it crashes again, so now that we are done with this, there's another thing that I got to do. That is go to missions. Go to story, go to monthly Orville, because this is one of the things that I tend to forget all of the time. So once you get part of these rewards, you finally get enough gold to do whatever it is that you need. You go to craft, you go to the random unique treasure, we get a lot of them. And here you go, watch the show, open them up. And there's a slight bug that you can abuse, that whenever you see the first one, you can click like a madman and then you skip off all the animation. And now we can check which ones of these are good. And from the looks of it, this is all fire. Yo, so we got Gao's preferred unique treasure, absolutely amazing. Now Mitro is not something that we'll use. Lavril UT2, absolutely godlike. Ricardo S3 won't be used, but hey, godlike UT. Loman UT3, so extra damage incoming. And with this, oh my lord, this is actually really good, because I was going to end up using him as well. Wow, I've never had this big of a roll in my lifetime. This is crazy. We are, however, going to break something, because that's what I do. I don't like that. Jane, we're not going to use her whatsoever. 8 Hondo, so we almost got enough for more. But fun fact is, if you then go to missions, normal achievements, since we got a lot of unique treasures, we actually got something. However, now I gotta think which UT is the best for Roi. I absolutely have no clue. I do believe it's still the S3. I could, however, be wrong. UT2 is the best for Roi. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because damage against bosses is ridiculously good. And it recovers all mana for 150 every second. That will make sure that he gets a lot of mana right off the bat. So I guess UT2 would be the one preferred right now. Although we're not really fighting bosses, but since we lack mana anyway, having a UT3 doesn't seem all that valuable neither. So for this, I would. But the question is, we are gonna need some PvE AoE bonanza, and whether Ruru is the finest one of that's a good question. But since I got UT1 for Gao, makes it so that I should be building that dude. Giving attack speed to the rest of the team, giving attack speed to Roi, giving a lot of base attack on him will definitely look good. So instead of going Ruru for the AoE damage during the chapters, we should be going for Gao right now. So ladies and gentlemen, what you shouldn't forget is go to my Discord and check if there is any tickets left that you can use. So make sure to check out my Discord and know that there are pulls that you could do. And let's see if our first pull will get us lucky as hell. And we got disco lights. Now disco lights aren't necessarily bad, but I'd rather have something to use. Can we get something? Oh my god, this is trash. This would be a reroll account. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we start off a very good, fantastic hybrid animals from the first two of these. This is starting to look like a lucky account to me. Just to add to this, what we're gonna do, if you have your first 2.5k pull, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rock a little bit of Shockman. We're gonna rock a little bit of normal fray, this, and then you could think about getting another few things in there. Fall of Fray is always good, but we still need a unique weapon for Gao as well. Gao is one of the characters that I believe could be really good, so if we get a unique weapon of his, we could do that. However, we still don't have anything for normal Fray, no UTs, no unique weapon, and Fall of Fray is one of the characters that if you do decide to increase her, she's absolutely ridiculous. So instead of Gao needing only one item, this might be the thing. Now we're gonna see whether this is a lucky account or not. We start off with what? Disco lights. Can we get a little something, ladies and gentlemen? Fall of Fray straight off the bat. Unique weapon in the building. That is a nice. Unique treasure straight off the bat for Fall of Fray. One thing that I don't need, however, but hey, it is not bad. But it will take us a little bit to get Fall of Fray. But another thing you should always do is check the guideline. Always make sure of that. Because this way, the rubies will allow you to do more pulls. And instead of go for that Fall of Fray once again, we will not be getting her into that run. So instead, we will pick Gao. Make sure that it gets this unique weapon. And afterward, we might be ending up going for a Rehartna as well. 2.5k pull. It seemed like we got a little lucky off the start, but can we get a little bit more? Head and disco lights. As long as it is a Fray one, that could be good. Golden cat statue, actually pretty decent if I had to say so, but is it really that good? Another Shockman sword, awesome. Another hoodie, nice. Best UT for Roi. So this account is definitely looking lucky. There you go, unique weapon up in the building. So I am thoroughly enjoying this run right now. P-dodge and resistance, like it really doesn't matter what you get over here. Unfortunately, the only thing that goes up is the bossing damage, and not the mana every second. However, at the start, getting yourself a lot of mana over here, I would say it's good. But since it's not good for bosses, it might be debatable whether this thing is the best. So once we then upgraded everything to a 5-star over here, we will be able to do it. Now do keep in mind, this is not a real 5-star, but just on the characters itself, not the weapons. From the looks of it, the damage is neat. So you know the deal, once you hit 4-13, you can get yourself a beginning unique weapon ticket. Now, one of the things that I will do is go for Roi 100%, because I still don't have phrase, but I'm assuming that along the way with the 2.5k pools, I will get her unique weapon as well, and we will have to increase our main damage dealer as far as we can. So with just this, it made it a 1-star. And we also have the option to do, once again, 2.5k pool. And let's get it popping. Can we get another thing for Roi? That would be interesting. Or we get Nathan's hot dogs. Absolutely nothing. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not stopping here. Let's do it again. So as one of my friends is saying, Kalatar said, because he speedruns even more than I do, I stop playing this account and reroll if I don't get a 3-star unique weapon by chapter 4 and a 4-star by chapter 9. And I do agree with his choice. Over there, we got Purpel. Absolutely useless on a normal Frey, but hey, we got something. So let's put this one to a 2-star. Well, but if you want to increase your account faster, you go to Tower of Challenge and try and clear floor 10, which should be quite easy if you are at chapter 4. Better yet, even at chapter 2 you will be able to do it. You go back to mission, you go back to the guideline, and here you can take one of this. And then we're moving up to this artifact. Super simple. Go up, restore an artifact, and you can get the Lulu's necklace for free. Now we get a sorcerer's dagger, which looks like a Roi's unique weapon, but isn't. And this by any means is the best artifact for a newer player for several reasons. One of them is you get a lot of basic mana right off the bat. Another one is non-hero damage right off the bat. Those things are really incomparable to anything else. And then we have the other one, which is really good for your main tanks. However, it gives you mana and it also gives you a lot of survivability. So if you don't have anything for your tanks, this might be the one to go for. Funny enough, Shockmat is doing damage. He doesn't need a whole lot of mana if you play him right. So this could well work as well. So this reduces damage and gives you increase on non-hero damage. And for a small showcase, now that we have more mana, opening up S2 will give me even more mana, and that means more spammability, more skilling. And guess what? Our damage will significantly rise as well. Once you get the Black Dragon set, I'm only assuming that this damage is going up even higher. Look at that, that is beautiful. Another part you can think about is which runes do you put where. Now for one, if you have a tank, I would always put 1 MP recovery per attack on it. And now you can choose, do we put the P toughness in there and do we put some M toughness on there for maximum survivability. I also have a lot of these MP recovery per attacks, which could end up well being for Roi. However, I don't think it's quite necessary, and I would rather have normal Frey with a lot of MP later on into the game. So that's a little bit of patience and a little bit of waiting, but I assume this way it will work the best. And now I'm up at a point where everything starts slowing down significantly, so what I try to do is try and get these Transcendence up on at least Roi and Shockman, because those people do a lot of damage. Frey could also be one of them, but not necessary just yet. So I'd like to T3 them first, because T3 is where the first skills actually start popping off. Frey gets 100% shield if necessary, Gao gets a nice attack speed boost, and well, Roi, being Roi, he will probably get a lot of extra damage. And from the looks of it, I'm not dying whatsoever. But what I will need is a lot of MP along the way. But we're hacking and we're slashing, and he's dead. So then I'm trying to aim for T2 on both of my main damage dealers. Chances are we might just end up getting screwed, but either way, I think it's worth a shot to at least give it a shot. Because if you don't, you will never know what is going to happen. Missed out that hack because guess what? Immunity. But from the looks of it, it seems possible, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of misses. Once again, got the buff I don't like. Here goes, it's 3. No damage, lots of miss. So can I stun this dude? Come here. And in all fairness, it didn't look like I was gonna die. I'm afraid only being level 39, still healing up enough. But guess what? If I actually look at the statistics, the one who's healing is also Shockmet. Then once I got the T perks, there are several things that I could do, but the 30% attack is always good, and a little bit of attack and penetration on flat is pretty decent as well. Because if I look at my crit rate, I can get this one, but it will not increase my damage all that much. One thing I could do is also do the monster hunting, but that will be for a later stage. And for Shockman, there is one that is necessary, that is the HP up, because that will increase his healing, it will increase the survivability on the rest of the team, and experienced fighter, so we deal more damage to the rest, which will then increase my speedrun by a lot. So just to give you a little showcase on what kind of damage we are looking at right now. And Gao dying. I would then say this is absolutely beautiful. Come here, let me talk to you. Skeleton archers and whatnot. Let's see if I can S1 and actually hit more things than one. From the looks of it, absolutely nothing else hit. But Roi is slowly and surely creeping up to 1,000,000 damage per second. Now, one of the things that you should not be forgetting, which I just did, is get this thing. It is for free. Where's the other one? Event. And you got the chapter 1 clearing package, which will give you some rubies and some other things. Now, if I have to give you guys a tip, get yourself an outfit that you either really like or get yourself one that gives you gold. Now, the one that gives you gold are very easily found, and you go by costume, and most of the ones that are swimsuit will give you what you need. So we're going for the beachside fray because it looks fantastic on top of it. And this will give you 3% gold. Now you may think, oh, this is not a lot, but guess what? Once you get about 500% gold, you will definitely feel the difference. We got Hilda up in the building. What? Interesting, I guess. Okay, so it's time for us to grind a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna use anything of this. We could, however, use the thing for Gao, but I'm hoping vividly that we're gonna get something out of it. So 600 something. This also allows us to do one more thing, and that is a pull, and a try for that 2-star on Roi to make him even stronger. It is, however, still a 50%er. We don't know what is gonna happen, but let's see if I am lucky today. And it failed. Sad day. This would also be a reason for me to reroll. And after some time, you will be able to get even more. I'm still hoping for a foray and a Gao weapon, but for now, I don't care. If I get something for Roi, that would be equally as good. But if I get nothing, I'll be mad sad, such as now. This is bad. Okay, so we at least get a Kalashnik weapon for Frey, which is doable. It will allow us to do something, but the normal crit that we usually get is a lot, and I mean a lot better. I'm doing this for the love of the people. Let's go. Give me something. Oh, shit. Yep, we got something. What is this? Another one of Frey that I don't need. Oh. Gao's unique weapon, there we go. Can we get another thing, or are we asking for too much? We are, okay. And since we got Gao, I'm pretty happy about that. So he isn't gonna do much damage, but he can use some MP recovery per second. So finally, once again, we come up at 7-8-1, which I would like to refer to as the hyperbolic time chamber, we have to do one more thing, and that is T-perk up at least the normal Frey and Gao up to T2. That will allow us to level up to at least level 90. And you don't have to level up to 90 straight away if you are in need of a little bit of time here and there. And now with a Roi like this, I am assuming that this will be easy as balls. So once I got these T-perks up, I can allow these people to do a little bit more damage. But now what I should aim for is T3 on Gao because of the attack speed boost. And I would like to have this shield cooldown reduction up to 3 seconds for Frey as well. That way, we will increase our damage and survivability significantly. After that, you go to mission, you go to etc. Make sure to pop up 1 XP on that one, and make sure to then say, I got another scroll in here. Sit back, relax, and let this thing do the work. This is where I level up most of my characters up to level 80, if not even higher. If I am bored or whatnot, I can level this up way further. It is unnecessary to most parts, but it is definitely something that is worth considering. But from the looks of it, Roi is definitely murdering this because he's a single target damage character. And once you're a little bit bored of leveling, you might as well just try and do a pull. I could actually remove Gao from this roster and actually pick up another one that might be interesting, and that is Rehartna. Rehartna is one of those characters that you will end up using in every single account. So having her unique weapon, her UT4, UT3 might be really good, but from the looks of it, I ain't getting jack shit. Never mind. Unique weapon straight off in the building. Damn it. So after all of the leveling, I decided to get Roi up to T5, hoping that his damage would rise significantly, and we just gotta figure out whether this is good enough. As for the perks itself, I will give you a hit check on what I used to maximize his potential. I could have gone for this one, which increases the damage overall, but since there are so many enemies that we have to deal with, this might not be enough. So instead I went for some other perks, and while I need a lot of crit damage overall, I don't think this one is worth it. But since I need a lot of mana anyway, this might be one of the things that allows me for maximum spam ability. This also begs the reason if the UT2 is the best for now for the current content. Afterward, since I can now do World Boss, I need to do World Boss at least one time. That way I can level up as well. So I'll level up my Roi as fast as I can possibly do it. Sharkma up there. I know I don't have any other characters that will be able to allow me to survive, so I'm just gonna do this, rank up a little bit of points, and then go from there, knowing that he is gonna be utterly useless over here. Now 1 million over damage, that would be interesting, but let's just find out if we got anything to this lady. See, with this we have spam ability. I like this. Can we go over 1 billion damage? That would also be interesting. With this, we could have lowered the whole cooldown by 1 single second, and it would have made the S2 more spammable. So I do believe that if you get a fully maxed out S3, it might increase a lot of damage. But will it be enough? I highly doubt it. Funny enough, Gao is actually doing more damage because he is more AoE than Roi is. However, is it enough? Nope. Come on guys, 1 million damage! Okay, game set, nah. You do not, papi, you do not. Okay, we're still not dead yet though. Can we make it 1 billion damage? So the funny thing is, if you do a lot of damage to a world boss, you will then get a lot of rubies in contrast as well. Now I will be using those rubies for once again a pull, but what would be smart is actually picking Rehartna up as well. And what do we get from this? Visca, Trash, class buff available. Yeah, I know that, but I don't think we're gonna use that anytime soon. I could be breaking up like even more unique treasures to get the UT3 on Roi, but I'm not sure whether that would be enough. Could be breaking up these, this one. But that might not even be necessary if I get to summon something over here. Now I still need the UT3 or UT4 on Rehartna. That would increase our damage significantly. Oh, Colossal unique weapon and absolutely nothing. And what is this? Oh, we got purples. What is this? Oh, Roi on a 1-star. Now I got fail bonus on this thing, and I won't have enough by breaking anything. And at this point, all I want to see is spam ability coming from Roi. Just nasty up, big ass attack speed, yeeting people down with that S3. Oh, wait, this is disgusting. He probably needs even more mana at this point, but I like the way that it's looking. But since it is just only one character that he can hit at a time, I could see this damage falling off in contrast to other speedrun characters. So would Roi definitely be a recommendation? I do not think. So just to ramp up to that luck, we get to try this another time. Here you go, watch the show. Since we got everything on Rehartna and we now need some Fall of Freight onto the future, this might be a very good addition. Speedrun chase next week? No man, I don't have the time next week. And of course this happens. Now let me show you guys one of the reasons why I think that Roi should never be a main damage dealer. That is because he cannot really deal with the trials himself. This looks like, oh, you can actually kill it. Great. But that is if you forget the fact that this is only number 1. If I do number 3, for instance, which is pretty easily doable if you get a Pansy Roam, then you will run into a simple fact that you cannot kill any of these. And if you want to do this properly, you gotta kill the totems, but you cannot hit them. Not with the S3, and not with the S1, not with any of the skills, and unfortunately this is something that you're unable to dodge as well. So that is why I think Roi is very lackluster in terms of the speedrun, because you'll need a secondary character to kill this. But there is a sole reason why I did that, and it is this box. Trial of the God King completed, and what you get is an absolutely enormous amount of everything. Do an Eclipse battle on top of it, and it will even be more broke. But what's in the box? Well, this is the damage dealer part, which will allow you to get a lot of good sets, and then you have one for Shockmat that is equally as good. And this will allow your run to progress super smoothly, and you don't have to worry about anything after this point. So once again, you gear, you auto-equip, everything will be auto-equipped straight off the bat. Now luckily we got some runes, but unfortunately not all runes. But I had one over here that had a critical damage, and guess what? Look at that, maximum crit damage, a lot of attack speed, a lot of MP recovery. And all that I can say is this damage is gonna be absolute fuego. So for any other damage, I'm just gonna do it like this, which means more damage onto the S3, more mana gained by this, more attack speed, which will increase my mana gain as well. And let's check out this damage. So here we go, where 3 point whatever K used to be the highest possible damage, we are currently looking at way more than that. So this is where everything becomes highly interesting, because the dude is ridiculously good and ridiculously fast. We'll be getting his mana back every single time. Heavy spam ability onto the rest. 4.3 million damage per second straight off the bat. And guess what? These monsters, they don't even have the HP to allow me to look at the real damage. Okay, so the thing I should be doing right now is use my rubies. Go to package, go to whatever it is, beginner, buy myself a 5-star hero ticket and get Rehartna. However, I'm too much of a gambler. Let's go. Yeah, I knew it. So just before I do anything stupid with my rubies, once again, let me use this one to get this thing. Get the mileage on top of it. And use it to get one character that will definitely get me through the rest. Hero owned, go for a priest. Hero not owned, go for a priest. And pick up Rehartna. Reason why I like this girl a lot, because 1, she has a dispel, 2, she has a ridiculous stun, 3, she gains a lot of damage if you go and do Shockman. And she is probably one of the best Eclipse characters in the game. So within a speedrun, what I like to do all the time is make sure to showcase Infira and see how fast I can actually kill him. And I would like to say that this team is running in particularly well because of Gao. Gao's dispel makes everything over here. The fact that he can stun these backliners and whatever super easy makes this whole run super nice. I haven't even had to look at my screen most of the time. I could just like let this run on auto and I haven't had to do anything. Roi being on a unique weapon 1-star, more than enough. And I currently have another 1-star in my bank, but since I actually failed to upgrade it, that really cost me a lot. And a lot of my patience. But if I look then on how I can clear this boss and how easy it is so nasty. We could just simply skip this because it is the story mode. No timer involved, and all I gotta do is stun this properly. Now the question would be, do I really just auto this? I'm just gonna hold my hands on the keyboard and just see whatever is gonna happen. Now we will most likely still get killed because this boss is nothing to sneeze at. But there are options where I can just survive this because I do way too much damage. And here we go. Easily done. 7 hours 41 minutes and we got this straight off the bat. Now to progress even further, you would need 6 characters in total. Now since I have 2 characters that need leveling, I am going to upgrade these 2. Especially Rehartna is one of the characters that I do feel will help me out a lot in an upcoming content. So for that reason, I would really have to give her at least 1 or 2 T-perks, preferably 5, but 3 will be enough to give you a lot of extra critical damage and bossing damage. And the same goes for Kane himself onto the S3. If you maximize that onto the T3 perk, you'll be able to get 20 seconds of CC immunity and a lot of extra attack, whereas you could get a lot of extra healing as well. So after getting Kane to 71, what I decided to do is T3 perk both the Kane and the Rehartna because they both have ridiculous T perks on T3 to help me survive better and get more damage out of my character. And luckily we could just stomp this dude down with a simple S1. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected. So now that we T-perked 3 most of these characters, I'm going for Frey cooldown reduction on S2. There is this one, attack speed boost on the S2. Then there's Rehartna, and this is highly debatable, but increases critical damage of allies with every single stack, which is really good. And then we have Kane up on this thing, will give you a big amount of extras. So with this, we will be able to survive. The only thing that we are still looking for is another T-perk on this thing, to allow my Kane to survive a little bit better. From the looks of it, what we are lacking is AoE damage. But that is not surprising. We knew that was going to happen anyway. However, if I look at it completely, it's not bad. It's not bad. What do you do with the account after the speedrun? I give them away all of the time. Now, honestly, if this would have been Chase, it would have been absolutely ridiculous. But this is where the biggest problem is with a Roi account. No AoEs, Chapter 9 will become absolutely ass, and yeah. However, I gotta say it's still working. At the end of the day, it is still doing a lot of damage, killing bosses as such, lots of bleeding stacks here and there, so it's not bad. It really isn't. Hopefully we will get a Roi unique weapon so we can actually get that unique weapon up to a 3-star, or at least hopefully. Let's give it a shot. Last time we got nothing, so this time can we get something? Feather Sacrifice. Wow, actually a pretty decent artifact if you're running against bosses, but do we really need it? That is Shakma's UT. What is it for? Oh, give me UT 2 as well. Give me all his UTs. It's okay. I need UT 1 left. Oh, that's Fall of Phrase. Alright. Okay, not bad. Actually, not bad. So this team is currently all about survivability, ramping up the attack speed of the Roi, and absolutely having a ridiculous synergy on top of it. I'm mad surprised at how it's performing. One thing I do regret though is not going for UT2 instead. If we would have to try this out, I would actually break a few UTs to literally give Roi that UT3 spam ability and see if the damage goes up by that. Right, so that worked. Now this one, another 50%er. Now we filled one before, so I'd rather not, but let's just get it popping. Of course it is. Probably one of the last times, but let's check this out one more time. And since I broke my Fall of Frey along the way, let's just do this instead. I still need a unique weapon of Frey, so can we please raise the standard and get something? Oh, now I get Clash unique weapons, right? Sure. And another one of that. No, I don't need none of this. Give me a Roi unique weapon, please. Just one. Another one of that. Why? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sadly this is where the speedrun is going to end. The reason why, even though Roi looks very, very good, he is hitting a massive wall, which you guys will see in the story mode 3 out of 3, because he is lacking AoE damage. Which means if the enemy spawns a lot, we will be not focusing any of our damage to either a boss or something significant. So guess what? Even though this looks like we do a fair amount of killing, it is not enough. It just isn't. And with just a 2-star unique weapon, it is still mediocre at best. So if I would have to rate this speedrun out of everything, it's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. If this would have been Chase, however, we would have murdered this content. This damage would have been tripled at the least. Like, I'm not even bragging about this. Chase would have been godlike. So put it down into the comments what you guys think. Should I actually do a speedrun video on this current setup, but then instead of Shockman, take Chase? And in the meantime, let's watch our whole team get cooked. Oh, he jumps into the fray like nothing. Like, you gotta love Roi for some reasons, man. It looks fuego. There you go, stun him a little bit. We are doing some damage, but I have this eerie feeling that it's more the bleeding stacks that is doing it for me. Oh, here we go. Gua is dead. So as long as this thing doesn't jump to my backline, we actually get to kill it. So the wall that I was talking about, we got to continue. I don't want to. One, ladies and gentlemen, can we do it in one go? That would be very surprising, but I highly doubt it will happen that way, because these things are even more obnoxious than the other ones. I am, however, going to try this. And damage. Clog all of them together with that Gua. Popping them up. Oh, you got that shield. I said nope. That's why Kane for this game mode is really good as well. And if you get the S1 perk onto the 3 target dispel, that might actually be better, because that way the shields are not going to be around all that much. I still am very aware that Roi is not made for AoE, but we are making it happen. So first one is done, but a Roi jumping in, no fear, again actually. This dude is just jumping to everybody's nuts. But now we have these things that will jump to my back, and that in terms of killing it fast, is gonna spell a little bit of trouble here. I'm not liking this whatsoever. Ouch. Please don't kill any of my characters. Thank you very much. Get that cane heal up once again. Can we get some cane S3 so I don't get killed? Could that be a thing? Oh, we got another shield up. Gua, don't die, damn it. Oh my god, he's gonna get hit. But this is what I like about Rehartna. Rehartna makes sure that we have 100% uptime on any possible shield that we have, which will then in turn allow us to stay alive and relevant as long as possible. Now for this boss, I have absolutely no clue what's going down. Let's just hit him. Let's just S3 some more. And if possible, can we get a good stun in there so we can kill? Oh my god, all of these things clogged together. One big happy family. No big skill, please. No. Ow. I cannot blind this dude, right? I wish I could. Can we stun him, please? Right now? Or yeah. What? Can I? Eh? ¿Por qué? Okay, so this time I'm gonna leave Gua out of auto. No, please shield again. I would like to have some mana on this Frey. It is very low as balls. But in terms of survivability, all that I know is if I look at the HP per second, Brother Shockman is healing more than Brother Kane. That stuff is nasty. I'm not even sure how Gua. Oh yeah, he got lifesteal, never mind. And Roi has 0 and he's still not dying. So here goes, ladies and gentlemen, a account that I believe was impossible to beat this. It is quite looking like we are beating this. That is one part. Please don't Kamehameha me to death. Thank you. Oh, here we go. We're going down. Nope. Roi S3. Let's go. Power of friendship. And we kill all of them. But this time with a 2-star. So, 9-23 completed within 9 hours, almost 30 minutes. If I didn't mess up at the earlier point, then it would have been a little bit better. Let's go over the characters. We got Roi in the building. T5 full on this stuff. We got this gear. And unfortunately, we have about, what is it, 18% fill bonus on this thing. Then we got Brother Kane, not even fully maxed out because I forgot to leave this point out. Making sure that he heals up completely. UT2 or UT3 provided by, well, one of the very first unique treasure pools. Normal Frey got so many UTs in here that it made absolutely no sense. And just to wrap this up, we're gonna just blast it in here. Oh, and now we can hit 50%. This game sucks. As for Gua, onto the T3, got with this more attack speed boost, which makes it absolutely destructive. Then we got Rehartna, got a UT and a unique weapon, some other stuff that makes absolutely no sense. Could I have used another artifact? Probably, but hey, this is what we ran, and I was way too scared to use Feather of Sacrifice because that thing does damage onto you. But now, man's 100 grand. I went with Shockman, and this dude went above and beyond. He is only T2. If I made him T5 at some point, I think he will do a lot better. But with this unique treasure instead of the Fragment of Darkness, he will provide a whole team with so much, and I mean so much defense. It is absolutely ridiculous. So that way I believe the whole team survived. Can I now say that Shockman is better than Claws? Hands down. Is he better than Loman? Hands down. This shit was ridiculous. So make sure to tune in for the rest of the video. Know which route I took, which decisions I made along the way. But if you guys haven't already, make sure to like and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.